My teacher accused me of cheating on a test, so I let her fail me. I was in my final year, and this exam actually mattered, not just some random test. This was part of my final grade. I studied for it properly. Nights, weekends, everything. So when I walked in, I was confident, finished early, double-checked my answers, handed it in. 2 days later, she calls me after class, says we need to talk. Her tone already told me something was off. She sits me down and says my answers were too similar to another student's. Same structure, same wording. She said it didn't look like a coincidence. I just stared at her for a second because I didn't even know who she was talking about. I told her straight, I didn't cheat. She didn't argue. She just said she had to follow policy and mark it as a 0 until it was reviewed. That's when I realized this wasn't about truth. It was about procedure. Most people would panic, start begging, trying to prove themselves immediately. I didn't. I just said, okay. She looked surprised, probably expected a reaction. I walked out, went home, and thought about it. Then I remembered something. The student she mentioned had asked me for help the day before the test. I explained a few concepts to him, nothing crazy, just basic stuff. That was it. Next day, I requested a formal review instead of arguing with her directly. They scheduled a meeting with the department head. When I walked in, she was there too, confident like she already knew the outcome. They asked me to explain my answers, so I did, step by step. Why I solved each question the way I did. What method I used, even pointed out where I made small mistakes. Then they asked about the other student. I said I helped him study, but I didn't see his paper during the exam. Then they brought him in. Same questions, same pressure. He couldn't explain half of his own answers. Started stumbling, contradicting himself. Couldn't even remember the steps. The room went quiet. That's when it flipped. Suddenly it wasn't me being accused. It was him. Turns out he memorized what I explained the day before without understanding it. That's why the answers looked the same. Same words, no logic behind them. The department head looked at both of us, then said my grade would be reinstated and his would stay 0 for academic dishonesty. My teacher didn't even look at me after that. Just nodded and moved on. I didn't say anything. Didn't need to. Because sometimes the best way to prove you're right is to let the truth expose itself.